What's up, everybody? It's your boy TGK, and today we're going to talk about the playoff series between the Utah Jazz and the Dallas Mavericks. And I'm not going to waste your time. Let's get straight into my thoughts, predictions, and observations of this upcoming series. Let's go. So first things first, what was my immediate reaction when I saw Luka get hurt against the San Antonio Spurs? I don't even want to say it. All right, so first things first, let's address the elephant in the room. Luka versus the Spurs at the end of the game comes up limping, walking off the court, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, this is just the usual, little Luka injury here and there where he's, limps off the court, comes back, it's fine, and he's not. And now we're probably not going to have him for game one or game two, and we've been depressed. As you see these memes right here, it explains the overall anxiety, the calf. Luka's calf watch, or his gait, watching his gait. The cameras have been on him when he's been in the back of the training facility. It's been one of those weeks where Mavs Twitter and Mavs fans alike has just been on edge. We have all been on the edge. This week has gone by, to some either really quickly and to some drastically slow, and yet we're on the cusp of game one tomorrow in the afternoon. I'm shooting this on a Friday in the afternoon around 4-ish, 5-ish p.m. And I don't know. Part of me doesn't feel fully depressed about this upcoming series. I do feel like the Mavs still have a chance. And let's get straight into what those chances look like. First things first, you still have Dinwiddie and you still have Brunson. Yes, I understand those aren't superstars and they aren't necessarily, superstar number twos, but they are, fringe level twos, right? I do think they're suitable twos to a Luka. Now, my thing with them two, I think they could basically run the offense, do what they got to do, put pressure on the Jazz, but it's going to come down to them too. It's going to come down to Brunson and Dinwiddie on how they perform and how they run that offense. If Dinwiddie could kind of do what Luka does in a way, which would be my idea, utilize Dinwiddie in a Luka role and keep Brunson in his role just in a bigger capacity, then there's a chance for this team to be effective. That's just how I look at it. Maybe I get on 2K and play the lineups that they got made available without Luka and try to figure something out. But you basically want to take away from what the Clippers did last year when they, lost the first two games and then won the last four. You want to take some kind of you want to take some of those strategies and the methods that they use to beat the Jazz and going small ball and keeping Rudy out of the paint and having Rudy have to guard a three-point shooter. Definitely want to go that route. And you got to rely on that defense. You've had the top 5 defense in the league. Definitely going to have to rely on that. And yes, Luka's a really good defender based on his stats. So you're missing a good defender out there with size and weight. Now you got Dinwiddie and Brunson. So you're probably losing a little bit on the defensive end. All understood. You're still going against a team that is somewhat in turmoil from what we keep hearing, but we'll see. Now, they do have the best offense in the league. They are one of the slower paced teams in the league, so this is going to be a back and forth kind of game where three consecutive threes by one team and 3 straight possessions of no offense by the other team is going to feel like a gut-wrenching moment. You know what I'm saying? So any kind of run, sustained runs, is going to feel so big in just any of these games. So, again, my whole purpose of this video is not to waste too much of your time, right? So I kind of laid it out there. We don't have Luka. We got to roll what we got. Hopefully our guys can make shots. This is very basic level analysis, right? You're going to hear this from everybody. The guys that are your shooters, they got to shoot it and make it. And your ball handlers and Dinwiddie and Brunson got to handle it. And they got to be effective. And they got to perform at a higher level than they normally would with Luka's. Right? All makes sense. Donovan Mitchell. I think for the Mavs, he's going to be one of the X factors. If we could keep him at a controlled volume as far as making shots, because when he gets hot, it is difficult to stop that guy. And he does a lot of pull-up shots. I don't know what kind of strategy kid is going to go after, but to me, getting the ball out of his hands and letting everybody else shoot, and they are a really good shooting team, I just rather not let Donovan Mitchell get hot because that shit gets contagious and the rest of the team makes shots. Especially when you're at home, I'd rather them somehow isolate Rudy Gobert and let him give him the ball at the very end of a shot clock and see what he could develop in the post. That's just me. As far as the Mavs offense, definitely want to isolate Rudy if you can. Definitely want to play small ball if you can. That's going to be the goal. And again, defense. Now, what do I think my prediction is going to be of this series? I don't know. And I think the best way to approach how you normally would predict the series, normally I'd give you game 6, game 7, or game 5, or a sweep. Whichever one of those, ending results, right? It's going to be at least 4 games. I would normally have a ending prediction. But because of Luka's injury, it literally changes how you perceive everything with this entire series. Now, if Luka comes back game 1, which apparently he's not, it's easy to say Mavs lose game 1. If he doesn't come back till game 3, which is possible, then you're hoping that you split a game, or split one of the first 2. And if Luka comes back game 3, I like my chances winning 3 out of those next 5 games. But that's me. But what if he comes back game 4? Now you only got 3 games to play with. And where's the series at that point? Is it 3-1? Is it 2-2? If it's 2-2, I like my chances. You got to win 2 out of 3. It is very, 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 very difficult to get a read on this. So I think the best way to approach it is just picking a team outright to win a series. Or you probably want to say game 7, which is probably going to go there if Luka comes back early enough. With that being said, I do think the Mavericks can win game 1. And if they win game 1, that changes how I look at this entire series in general. That would change how I look at this entire series. So if Mavs can win game 1, which I really hope so, and I know the Mavs have the chemistry, they're having a special season. They do already have the next man up mentality. If they could bring that energy into game 1, if the Mavs fans can bring the rowdiness into the stadium and just hype up our role players to play to a higher level than they're capable of, or to maximize their capabilities, then you got a shot. I think game 1 is our best opportunity to win one of these games without Luka. Ideally, Luka being so young, I hope he can make it back by game 2. But I think what would be best is for him to come back by game 3. And I don't mind that noise. That is my dog playing in the backyard. So if Luka can make it back by game 3, that'd be great. But he's got to be back by game 3. You can't be down 0-2 and then still rest Luka in game 3 and then bring him back in game 4. I think game 3 is the crucial game that Luka has to be back by, because you definitely need him when you're going into the enemy's territory in Utah State, and in that city, and we're dealing with their fans, especially with their fans. That's a tough stadium to play at. We ain't won there since 2016, so that tells you a lot. But I would love to have Luka back by game 3. If we can have him back by game 3, it's a 5-game series at that point, and we'll see what happens. So there's that. So a lot of rambling. I'm gonna make my prediction. I will say Luka is back by game 3. And if he is back by game 3, and hopefully the Mavs split one of the 2 home games, again, that goes into the prediction. Mavs win game 1. They split at home. I hope they win the first 2, but they got to split at home. Luka comes back by game 3, and then they win it in 7. That is my prediction. Luka back by game 3, win it in 7. Mavs move on to the second round against the Phoenix Suns, unless the Pelicans do something miraculous, but it'll be against the Suns. That's my prediction, man. If we go down 0-2 and Luka don't come back by game 3, and then we go down 0-3, there's really no point to bringing Luka back at that point. So I will make post-game videos to every game, just like I did last year. Hopefully we have a longer season, postseason this year. Any comments, any questions, any thoughts, any concerns, post them down below. It's been your boy TGK. You can find me on Twitter, on Instagram. I'll put the description in the description box below. Anyway, guys, I know we have this weird energy of like we're excited, but we're like so concerned about Luka. At the end of the day, Luka is young. He's 23. I do feel he's gonna, heal a lot faster than. I do think Luka will be back sooner than we expect, and that we hope. And hopefully, when he comes back, he will be 100%, and he'll definitely get us to the second round. So just stay positive. That's all we can do. Stay positive. Anyway, guys, it's been your boy TGK. I'm gonna catch you on the next one.